Hi, I'm Randy Wertz. I'm the first vice chair of the Montgomery County Republican Party, and before I retired I was the general registrar and director of elections for Montgomery County. I've been asked by our chairman, Harry Collins, to actually give you an overview of the voter registration process as well as the how to run a voter registration campaign. Let me begin by going over the circumstances that led up to the procedure that we have today from the Department of Elections. Back in 2008, the Democratic candidate for president, Barack Obama, had his campaign change their concentration to actually trying to get college students to register here in college towns. So they sent several groups down here to Montgomery County, including MoveOn.org. They also had Rock the Vote, along with the League of Women Voters, to get in here. And then a group was sent down from Chicago that they wouldn't provide us their name and exactly who they represented, but they also went to the tech campus and started registering students. When they got there, they started telling students a lot of lies about what you needed to be able to register here in the county. They told them that they could actually vote in two places, not only here in Montgomery County, but also back to where their parents lived. And they also told them that they didn't have to be a citizen to vote. Along with that, all the professors over at Tech seemed to encourage the students to vote with these groups and to change their registration from their family location to here in Blacksburg. So the problem was this group that didn't give us their names and everything were even worse than that. And they ended up getting together well over 8,000 registrations while they were here. That obviously hurt our office because we were trying to keep up with all the registrations while we were preparing for the election. And so we put a lot of time and effort into getting them put into our database system. And when we did, we ended up having the parents, once they found out that the kids had changed their registration, they ended up coming and calling us and trying to get us to take them off the rolls. Well, we had to explain to the parents we couldn't do that because, number one, the students were 18 years of age, and number two, they've been placed on and I needed something in writing to be able to take them off the rolls. So we ended up actually doing double the work on many of the students because we had several hundred letters that came in and we had to take them off the rolls at that point. Because of the issues that this particular group created for us, and they also created all across the state, the Department of Elections decided we need to do something to be able to make it easier to get people registered to vote, but also to make sure they're not being told a bunch of not facts rather in the process, and that they would actually know exactly what they were doing. So the Department of Elections set up a new process to be able to do a voter registration campaign, and what they started out with was doing a film that in order to conduct a campaign on campus, you have to view that film, you have to then fill out a affidavit and a statement of how many applications that you need to be able to do your campaign on that affidavit and submit it to the Department of Elections. Once you do that, and again, I'm going to provide to you a listing of those websites that you need to go to be able to access the affidavit and the training session. But once you complete the applications or get the applications and you turn them in, those individuals will receive a letter from the Department of Elections and the local registrar's office telling them that they have been registered, and will tell them their districts and everything that they're in and where their polling place is. Now, if you're only wanting to register yourself, it's an even easier process. All you have to do is go to this website, in the Department of Elections and fill out the application and submit it to the Department of Elections. They will then send that application directly to the local registrar's office, who will then submit the information or actually enter the information into Wertz, which is our database system, and at that point send out that letter to you telling you where your polling place is. So the process is very easy either way now, but you still have to follow this or you will not be able to submit applications and run a campaign in Virginia. To end this, I'd like to be able to read you the Virginia Republican Creed. It says what we believe in the Montgomery County Republican Party, and I hope that you will also, after you see what we believe in, that you will join us and be part of our organization. The Virginia Republican Creed. We believe that the free enterprise system is the most productive supplier of human needs and economic justice, that all individuals are entitled to equal rights, justice, and opportunities and should assume their responsibilities as citizens in a free society, that fiscal responsibility and budgetary restraints should be exercised in all levels of government, that the federal government must preserve individual liberty by observing constitutional limitations, that peace is best preserved through a strong national defense, and that faith in God is recognized by our founding fathers as essential to the normal or moral fabric of the nation.